Hey everyone, my Kickstarter for Edgar Rice Burroughs and the World Legends Overpower just showed up about half an hour ago, so we are going to crack it open some packs, and see if we can get some of those alternate art foils. Let's see what we got. Right, let's start right in the middle. For pack number 1, looks like we have Leonidas. Our next character stack, Morgan Le Fay. And getting into our uncommons, Teamwork, Dr. Watson, another Teamwork, and ooh, nice. A foil alternate art right away, first pack, Professor Moriarty. Not sure how well the foiling's showing up there on the camera, but this looks awesome in person. So far I'm just going to be sorting everything by uncommons, character stacks, and then our foil rares and alt arts. All right, pack number 2. We are starting off with Captain Nemo. Followed by Poseidon. And in our uncommon slots, looks like we have Angry Mob, Teamwork, nice, and any character, and a Korak alt art. All right, we are starting in on pack number 3. Looks like we have Joan of Arc for our first character. Ooh, looks like I'm seeing something shiny in back there. All right, nice, that is awesome. So we have a Sun Wukong foil stack. Nice, first foil stack of the box in pack 3. That is so cool. I'm gonna put that over here with all our alt arts and rares. And then we have Poseidon, Teamwork, Time Traveler, and in our rare slot, Time Traveler. Nice. I feel like this box is off to a great start already. First 3 packs, foil Moriarty, and a foil Sun Wukong stack. Oh, what am I doing? I'm opening this one off camera. Oopsie. All right, we're on pack number 4. Looks like Robin Hood for our first character. Mr. Hyde for our second. And in our uncommon slots, we have a Fairy Protection, a Ra, oops, I'm giving away the rare there, a Merlin, Teamwork, and Mina Harker. All right, we are on to pack number 5. Right, pack number 5. We are starting with Deja, I can never say this one, Deja Thoris. And up next, Invisible Man. In our uncommon slots, looks like we have the Mummy, Teamwork, nice, that's 7 any power, and ooh, another Deja Thoris. My uncommon pile is falling over. Let me fix that. There we go. So I believe we are on to pack number 6. I'm having a hard time with this one. Start from the other end this time. All right, we have another Captain Nemo. Nice, I haven't seen a Wicked Witch yet. A Cthulhu 11 in our uncommon slot. Another any character. Angry Mob, and ooh, nice. A Count of Monte Cristo foil. That is awesome. We are already at 2 foil alt arts and a foil stack in this box, and only on pack number 6. He's going up there with Moriarty in foil. All right, let's see what we get in this Tarzan pack. So this time we have Anubis. I feel like I saw something flash back there, so hopefully that's another foil. And our next character we have Korak. And in our uncommon slots, Leonidas, 8 Enish, Sheriff of Nottingham. Is that a foil? I think that one is a foil. Nice, foil 5 multi. And a Moriarty alt art, not a foil this time. All right, let's try Sun Wukong this time. First character, Headless Horseman. And our second one, we have a Victory Harbin. In our uncommon slots, Wicked Witch, Carson of Venus, another Headless Horseman, would have been a good one for draft, Teamwork, and Count of Monte Cristo. So this is the one that may need to be changed, the one that does have an inherent that shouldn't. So if you are playing the non-foil version, just notice this inherent should be removed. Does not take effect. All right, on to our next pack. We starting off with a Mina Harker stack. Followed by a Sherlock Holmes stack. Nice. And in our uncommon slots, any character, Teamwork, the 5 any. Ooh, that is cool. That looks awesome. We have a 3 multi-foil. And Hercules alt art. right, diving into our next pack. Hercules again. Back-to-back Hercules. And then the Mummy. Into our uncommons, Professor Moriarty, Teamwork, Any Character, Aspect, and Leonidas Alt Art for the rare. All right, next pack, we are starting off with Merlin. Oh, nice, that looks so cool. I thought Merlin was going to be in a lot of decks this weekend at the Western Shootout, but I was incorrect. I was surprised not to see him in many decks. Our second character stack looks like Three Musketeers. And awesome, a Merlin uncommon too. So these packs are definitely awesome to be drafting with. Get a Merlin uncommon. Merlin's out in the draft stack, so might want to pick up Merlin. Keep that uncommon. A little something nice to draft with. We have our first location, Event Horizon. Another Aspect. Mr. Hyde, and a Morgan Le Fay alt art for the rare. I've lost track of where we are in packs. I stopped counting, but I think we're somewhere around halfway. This pack is starting with a Dr. Watson. Oh wow, that looks awesome. That looks so cool. Hopefully that's coming through on the camera. So that is a foil time traveler. So our second foil stack. We got a Sun Wukong and now a time traveler foil stack. Right, and then into our uncommons, Joan of Arc, Teamwork, Korak, another Teamwork, and in the rare, the Three Musketeers. Right, it looks like our next character, Sheriff of Nottingham. And the Mummy again. I believe we've already seen the Mummy, so I'll go through him kind of quickly. Into the uncommons, Tarzan, Sherlock Holmes, Teamwork, Aspect, and a Dr. Watson alt art in the rare slot. Right, our next pack starting off with Lancelot. followed by Tarzan. And our uncommons, we have a Teamwork, a Jane Porter Special, our second location, the Round Table, Robin Hood, and for our rare, a Zorro Alt Art. Let's see how we're doing here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we're only 10 packs in. Wow, I thought we were past halfway, but not even close. We still have 22 packs left to crack. All right, our next one, Carson of Venus. Followed by a Lancelot. We just saw Lancelot, so let's get on past him. Another location, 221B Baker Street. Teamwork, King Arthur, Teamwork, and in the rare, Invisible Man Alt Art. Right, we are starting off with Joan of Arc. I believe we've already seen Joan of Arc. A Van Helsing, I do not think we've seen yet. Into our uncommons. We have a Teamwork, a 4 multi, another Teamwork. Ooh, nice, that is cool. Our 6 any power Teamwork. And in the rare, our Headless Horseman. All right, starting off with King Arthur. Glad to see that Doug Sims did get his King Arthur down in Dallas over the weekend. Our next character stack here, oops, I'm making a mess. Next character stack is Poseidon. And then into our uncommons, we have an Aspect. This card looks super cool. The Land That Time Forgot. A Teamwork, a 3 multi, and a Jane Porter Alt Art. I think I might take a break after this pack, cut this video in half since it's starting to get a bit long. We're at another Merlin, a Sun Wukong. We've seen him in foil over here, so won't go through him super slowly. Into our uncommons, looks like an any character, a teamwork, another teamwork, another teamwork, and that's super cool looking. So our rare here is an alt art Merlin. Some of these look so cool I can't even tell if they're foil at first. This one I thought was, but this is not foil. All right, I'm gonna cut this here since we're close to halfway. I'll make a part 2 to finish this one up.